Is there something absolute beyond this fleeting world? A reality that remains untouched by time, change, or perception? For centuries, Western and Eastern philosophies have asked this question, yet their answers are profoundly different, almost as if they are looking at the same ocean, but from opposite shores. In the West, truth has often been thought of as a first principle, an unshakable foundation that explains everything else. Aristotle spoke of the unmoved mover, a being that sets everything in motion but itself remains unchanged. He believed that behind all movement, all change, there must be something that does not move, a pure actuality that exists beyond the flux of the world. Plato, his predecessor, had a different vision. He believed that everything we see is merely a shadow of a higher reality, the world of ideal forms, a tree, a river, a mountain. These are only imperfect reflections of their true, perfect essence. Centuries later, Immanuel Kant drew another boundary between us and the ultimate reality. He called it the noumenal world, the truth that exists beyond what our senses can perceive. We can never truly know it because we are trapped in the way our minds filter reality. In Western thought, truth is external, something to be discovered, reasoned, and defined. It is often separate from us, like a distant star whose light we seek but can never touch. But in the East, the search for truth takes a different path. Instead of seeking an external foundation, Eastern traditions turn inward. They ask, who is the seeker? What is the mind that seeks truth? In Hindu philosophy, the answer is Brahman, the infinite, formless essence of everything. It is not separate from us. In fact, the Upanishads declare, Tat Tvam Asi, you are that. The individual self, Atman, is not different from the cosmic reality, Brahman. The separation is an illusion. To realize this is to awaken. In Buddhism, there is no eternal soul or creator. Instead, the ultimate truth is shunyata, emptiness. Not emptiness as a void, but the absence of fixed, independent existence. Everything is interconnected, arising and dissolving in an endless flow. Clinging to the illusion of permanence is what causes suffering. And then there is Taoism, which speaks of the Tao, the way. The Tao cannot be named because the moment you name it, you limit it. It is not a thing, not a being, not a law. It simply is. To find truth, one must flow with it rather than resist or define it. In the West, truth is a problem to be solved. It is sought through argument, logic, and observation. The goal is to define, to categorize, to uncover a first cause. In the East, truth is an illusion to be dissolved. It is not a concept, but an experience. It cannot be understood through thought alone, but must be realized through direct perception, through stillness, through being. One seeks the prime mover. The other lets go of the question entirely. One believes in defining reality. The other teaches transcending the mind. And yet, are these paths truly separate? Could they be two ways of grasping the same mystery? The West's search for the first cause and the East's realization of emptiness might seem opposite, but both arise from the same human longing to understand, to make sense of existence, to go beyond the fleeting and the impermanent. Perhaps truth is not something to be found or defined, but something to be experienced. A moment of clarity where all searching ceases and one simply is. Maybe that is where both paths meet, in the silence beyond words.